guys, girls, and everyone in between. This is Rebellious Pastry here, and I decided to go ahead and try something a little different. I know that this wasn't a scheduled stream, and this is gonna be kind of for a silly reason. The reason being is that I honestly didn't know what time I was gonna wake up today. So, yeah. I actually meant to get on here sooner, but, let's just say, I forgot how, how still trying to wake up, affects, when one gets on stream. I don't know how the animation station does it. The animation station and I are pretty close, I'd say. And I don't know how he does it. Honestly. But nevertheless, we're live right now, which I normally don't go for, but I'm just doing so. You know how I did the how long can I stream till I can't stream anymore? Yeah, I'm doing that again. But this time I'm starting sooner, and I actually have food in my fridge, so let's go ahead and see what happens. Why don't we? I do understand how part of the base is also a part of Perry's pictures, which, I'm so sorry that I'm streaming over her, but I said on the stream that I was probably gonna do this, which the probablys most generally mean I'm gonna do it. But yeah, this is just gonna be a random crap, whatever I think of stream, just because I need to get stuff done for videos. Today's video is done, but I don't have it planned. I don't have a plan on when it's gonna air because, yes, our normal posting time is 1:30 MST, but let's face it, if this were to go ahead and cross 1:30 MST, I don't want how well that video does because of me doing this. So I'm gonna plan on writing writing the description and posting that video after this stream, so please watch out for that video. Just basically saying how how far the pastries audio games have gone since the beginning. But yeah, I'm right now working on a video that is gonna be my Halloween special. I'm not gonna tell you guys what parts of the video I'm working on, because if I were to do that, then I'd go ahead and spoil the video for you guys, which I definitely don't want to do. So yeah, hopefully, I told Red that I was doing this today, so hopefully when they wake up, if they want to, they'll go ahead and call me. And I gave them the heads up, hey, just so you know, right as you call me, we're on air. So yeah, I'm just kind of that ambitious little bread roll, which I think most of you guys know that I do tend to go ahead and do, I am very ambitious with this channel. Also, I still have half of my breakfast left. Yeah. But, I mean, morning stream is a morning stream, am I right? I think next time, if I were to do this ever again, I think I'm gonna just schedule like a rough time and be like, oh, like it's currently 9:50. If I were to schedule it for 10 and then start early, then that would have worked. But I'm definitely one of those streamers that if they don't make it on time to their streams, then they tend to go ahead and be like, they tend to, I don't know how one explains it, but, I just feel like, I've failed at streaming if I get there late. Like, one time, I believe, yeah, I was going to the bank, and then I forgot what episode this was. Let's just say after that, there ended up being an equipment crash for no reason. But let's just say that I did not feel very good about that because, like, I feel like I tend to waste the batch's time that they graciously give me if I were to go ahead and be late. So, yeah, Snitchy Butters. I love South Park, which, you guys probably wouldn't expect that from a person like me, but South Park is a really good show. But I do want to go ahead and give you guys a word of caution about it, though. I feel like when it comes to like what they do and what I do, it's like almost completely different because it's like they are really like offensive, but they're really offensive towards everyone, so it kind of works. Like, let's see here. They get away with a lot, man. Like, I don't even know how they managed to get away with so much. I literally was watching a video while I was working on my video yesterday about how is it that they managed to go so long and also get away with poking at everybody. Like, I personally could never see my own channel, or I personally can't see my own work going like Trey Parker. But think about this. I'm not like Trey Parker and Matt Stone. And my base wouldn't really like it either. Some of them would, but other one would, other of my fan base would be like, Pastry, what the hell are you doing? But yeah, South Park is actually in my state. It's a small mountain town that is known for, I don't know, the show mostly. But yeah, now I'm gonna bring up a topic that I normally would definitely not bring up on this show. But when it comes to South Park, how much weed they've put in like their future or like their newest season, I honestly do not agree with it because like I've seen the actual town and yes, there is some weed being sold there, but it's not all weed. I just honestly feel like that um Colorado have just became the weed state, and I honestly don't agree with the fact that it's that way, but it's that way. So, I mean, like, um, take the, um, take the stereotype as you may about Coloradans. I'm definitely not the stereotype. And, hello, Edric, what are you doing here? I thought you were on Perry's. Perry's gonna kill me for stealing all our viewers. But yeah. um, but yeah. I'm gonna be going off like random tangents today because why not? Yeah, so Colorado's an interesting state. um I'm kind of wondering what the hell are they doing sometimes. But yeah. Now to go ahead and start on a new canvas here. And shoot, I need to remember how I drew things in this video last year, or in my Halloween special last year, because if I were to draw it completely different, then it wouldn't be accurate. Because like I'm gonna give you guys a spoiler, but like a childhood friend of mine that was in my last year's Halloween special video is also in this year's Halloween special video. So, I mean, let's just say that my Halloween traditions with her were very, very, very like, I guess it kind of, oh man. I think all the caffeine is starting to hit me now, but I tend to ask myself this a ton, like, what the hell am I doing with and this is why I most generally do not stream in the morning. I I tend to be very out of it sometimes, man. Tay Animation Station, please tell me how you manage to stream at 9 a.m. in the morning. Because I'm trying. And this... let's just say that, thank goodness my normal show isn't, like, at this time. Because if it was, then I'd be very concerned for me and the rest of the base's souls. So, please tell me how you managed to stream at 9 a.m. in the morning. I'm sure when I was younger, I probably could have streamed at like 7 in the morning, but our obligation kind of screwed up. Screwed that one up for me. Oh, I'm an early riser, lol. I got up at 5 a.m. today. Let's see here. I used to wake up at 6 a.m. every day, but then, stuff happened. Like, COVID happened, and my mind just decided to, like, rewire, like, what time I got up and what time I went to sleep. And now it's not reverting back. Which is kind of a bad thing, but it's also kind of a good thing, because now I can go ahead and stay up later. I'm not saying very, very, very late. Once I start getting into the AMs, which if I end up doing a 24-hour stream, which would probably be a bad idea. You want Patrick Jordan says I went to work today at 5. Probably a different 5 a.m. But yeah, when it starts getting into the AMs, like early AMs, my mind just starts like going crazy on me. So, I mean, I guess there's a positive and a negative to having both night owls and early birds. I wake up at 7 for when my IRL obligation starts at 8, and I wake up at 8 when IRL obligation starts later than that. That would be hard. What field are you in to start at that time? Let's see here. What different fields? I feel like a coffee shop would start at that time. I work at City Market, and I usually go to bed before 9 p.m. Yeah. Yeah. What time everyone goes to bed and what time everyone wakes up is variable. Is just varied. Just based off of the person and what they do. With their lives. So, honestly, you can't really judge someone for going to bed at a specific time because you don't know how they are. Let's see here. I want you guys to play a little guessing game. What time do you think I go to bed? What time do you think I go to bed? And I'll give you, the correct answer after this. So guess what time I go to bed. I already gave you what time I wake up, so guess what time I go to bed. In the comments just write you never go to bed. You're always up in the middle of the night. Here's the thing, marsupial. You hopped in right after I said I can't stay up until the AMs. But 2 a.m. Jeez. And I'm talking about on a weekday. On the weekdays, people. Oh. Yeah, Tass knows what time I go to bed because it's kind of funny because like whenever we like emailed each other or like DM'd each other, we both went to bed at the exact same time. Like our bedtimes were the exact same time, but he was an hour earlier than me. So yeah. Has everyone guessed that wanted to guess? Also, I need to figure out I had to figure out like what the hell I'm doing for my video, but if you said 11 p.m., you are correct. 11 till 7 is when I'm sleeping, which 11 till 7 MST. So you could email me during that time, but no guarantees. But no guarantees on me responding to it. Like, I have everything on Do Not Disturb, so if you guys end up emailing me during, like, don't, like, and that's why I say, whenever people ask, like, when am I going to respond? I tend to say within 24 hours unless there's something going on. Which within 24 hours is very reasonable, I think. Am I gonna have to search my own channel to go ahead and find this video? Wow, I do post a lot. I mean, like, think about this. Think about this. I post once a week video, once a week stream, and then sometimes this random crap. So, am I really surprised? Not really. It's just like, if you were to think about, like, I post a ton for an animation channel. Of course I do some art videos. I do just like some random crap sometimes, but I mean, it's to keep the channel going, you know, because like I'm very fortunate to have a really good like base that cares more about like my sanity than if they get a video. But yeah. So yeah. Mama Pastry just texted me. She's like, "What are you doing?" Just like trying to see what I'm doing with my life right now. She's probably gonna be surprised that I say live stream because like she knows that I live stream on Thursdays, but this is kind of an off-brand time for my stream. But I just did it because like I needed to get work done. Apparently I needed to title this I'm failing at getting my work done, but that's beside the point. I'm sure the base is okay with this. I think. Hey Donut Batch. Wait, also, Patrick Jordan, are you new to this channel? I've never seen you before on the stream. That's why I'm asking. Gotta love having bad service all the time in a small little mountain town. So I have so much to do for a video. I'm not excited for that one. Why are you not excited for a video? Like, I understand how I'm gonna screw it. I'm gonna email Mama Pastry because the texts don't work. Freaking, I'm not gonna say which mountain town, but I'm in a mountain town, pretty much in the middle of nowhere, so I kind of chose this one for myself. But honestly, when I was looking on where to move, I was looking between either the mountain town I'm in or another mountain town. I don't like traffic, okay? I don't like traffic. Even though I don't drive. Alright, I'm emailing Mama Pastry because my texts don't work. It is good how I first met you at Gamers Guild. Then later outside Crystal on the sidewalk. Yeah? Oh, right. You're one of my neighbors. Ish. Oh, yeah. I feel dumb now. Okay. I just didn't recognize the name because, like, to be fair, you introduced me to, you pretty much introduced yourself as a different name, so, um, did I do, let's see here, did I do a, part about the living room in this video? Great. Oh yeah. Hey, I was gonna say Faven, but I didn't want to go ahead and like name drop you on air, so oh yeah. Right. IRL obligation. Oh man. Um but yeah. Um I did join a board game club, which I haven't been doing a good job of making it to meetings um because I most generally tend to I tend to overshoot a lot with making videos. It isn't the same. I mostly use this account for YouTube/Google stuff. Yeah, um, that's understandable. Um, I tend to use this account. Like, um, the Donut Batch has no idea, what my real name is. But let's keep it that way. Um, yeah, you've only gone once, and I've gone like twice. And yet they have it every week, which props to them, I guess. Gotta love board game night. Gotta love how I managed to overshoot everything. Overshoot almost every event with videos. Like, I was gonna plan on going to a parade with IRL obligation, then, imagine if I did an I was dumb video about how many different things I've overshot due to, like, making a video. Then you guys would probably be like, Pastry, how do you manage to do this? Answer, most generally, I am very focused on making videos. But yeah, let's see. I made, okay. Now I get what color scheme I made for their house. Alrighty. But yeah, yeah, you ended up, Faven, you ended up just playing Magic the Gathering while, while, me and another group of people ended up, like, playing Catan for 3 hours. That actually happened, fun fact. 3-hour long Catan game. Y'all probably think I'm lying. But, if you guys don't know how Catan works, I'm gonna basically just say that someone thought it'd be whoever set up the board's like a jigsaw puzzle-ish thing, and, you basically go ahead and, like, put different numbers on, like, different tiles, and someone thought it'd be a good idea. I know it's supposed to be random, but someone thought it'd be a good idea to put all of the brick tiles, on one number that almost never got rolled. And bricks are used for a ton in this game, by the way. Whether it be like, I'm gonna draw their kitchen, but but when it comes to Settlers of Catan, like, you need road for a ton of stuff. And road ended up being like, no wait, brick ended up being so hard to get, but yet it's arguably one of the most important resources in the game. So we were just flailing around trying to get brick the entire time. And then let's see here. It was probably gonna be at least a 4-hour game if they didn't all just decide when the library was about to close to have me end up winning the game. And no, like, I would have let someone else win at that point, but I was the one that was closest to winning. So they were pretty much just like, screw it, and just handed me over, like, the one last point I needed to win. And then, like, they almost didn't do it, and then, like, it was either, at that point, it was either have me win, or, end the game with no one winning after this sucker lasted 3 hours. Craziness. Now that I think about it, maybe I should make a video on that. Oh man. But honestly, like, I have what I'm getting from the Storytime animation community is, Storytime animators have a hard time coming up with video ideas. Guess what? I have a hard time choosing which video idea I'm gonna do. It's obnoxious sometimes how much I think of, because like, yes, I do spend like a good chunk of time animating, but I have different stories about IRL obligations as well. Some of them good, some of them some of them horrible, but that's just how life goes. I just don't share any of the too horrible ones. Of course, unless you guys want them later on. But yeah, let's remember how to draw a table, please, hand. That'd be nice. But yeah, now my question for life is, will my idea of doing this stream gonna be a good idea, or will it backfire? The only way it'd backfire, per se, is me paying too much attention to the chat to where I get nothing done, which is appearing to be the case so far. But let's go ahead and actually do something with my life. I need to remember how a garage is drawn. I'm looking up. Okay, I see. I'm just, for the sake of my convenience, I'm just gonna, pastry. You're one of the most clumsiest beings on the entire face of the earth. I know. I swear, I'm gonna, one video is just gonna be talking about, in the future, of course, is gonna be talking about how clumsy I am. And it's not meaning to be demeaning in any way, shape, or form. I'm just one of those people where, like, I openly admit to myself that I'm gonna probably trip over my own foot. at least once, or at least, I think, at least 20 times in my life. I've tripped over my own foot before. And I tend to make the joke of, like, whenever it comes to things that take too much coordination, I guess other than animation, because, let's see here, animation takes a lot of coordination, but it's not like the type of coordination to where you could trip over your own foot with it. Like, I'll openly joke how I'll trip over on my own foot if I were to do that. I think the people who know me at IRL Obligation, who thought it'd be a good idea to watch this channel, which is a good idea, congratulations. But those people are probably like, yep, they've said that. Yep, they've said that. Even people who have been watching this channel for a good bit of time would also say I've also said that. So, I'm deciding to like draw like one of those separate garage thingies. Because please keep in mind that cartoons are not 100% accurate to reality. So, and that's just a part of cartooning for you. Hey, Lorenzo. I could probably come up with... yeah. Let's just say that, mind that with me streaming in the morning, it definitely... Now, please go ahead and be honest with me with this. Does me streaming in the morning bring a different energy than me streaming in the afternoon? Oh, man. Imagine if all the answers are just yes, and I'm like, yep, I knew that. Maybe I'm extra sporadic today, I don't know. So, please let me know if you think I, bring a different energy streaming in the morning versus in the afternoon. Answer's probably gonna be yes. Imagine if someone says no matter what, you're still gonna be crazy. Yep. Also, Tass, are you gonna be streaming tomorrow? And if so, is it gonna be during the time slot that I am currently streaming today? I should retitle this, me trying to stream during Tass's time slot, but on a different day. I've drawn cars like boxes. I've drawn rounder cars. My cars are never gonna be 100% accurate, but that's just part of the, you seem just about the same to me. Yeah. So, what I'm hearing is that, yeah. I just feel a little bit more spaced out. Which, sometimes being spaced out on stream can be a good thing because it leads to, like, craziness. I was supposed to have tea with Red today, currently, but, I didn't, when, earlier on the week, I'm like, I have no idea if I'm going to go ahead and feel up to like having people um or um or I think I said I didn't want to get you sick. And then I ended up um saying but we could have a tea over live stream. Um then I ended up starting to feel better, and then I fell too much in love with the live streaming idea. So that's how this came to be. I wanted to do tea time on air because I didn't want to get them sick. If I accidentally call them a her, I'm sorry. They're a they. But I ended up falling too much in love with this idea, and I'm doing it. And I kept in mind that, hey, they're gonna wake up later than me because that's how they are. And I'm like, that's fine. I'm gonna start this stream without you though. Because I gotta get stuff done. I'm gonna make the back of the garage darker so that I can actually make the bumpers the right color. But yeah, let's just say that me and Red are probably like a similar brand of nuts, I'd say. We're both like very similar. In the like what kind of nuts we are. But yeah. We're both whack jobs. Which honestly, I feel like if you decide to have a platonic bond with me, you gotta be at least you've gotta at least be a little out of the norm. Cause I'm completely out of the norm. It's like I'm so out of the norm where Norm doesn't understand me. I used to be upset about it, but to heck with it. I can just be an animator now. I feel like that's just tends to be not gender. What am I saying? That's just like a general like animator feeling, you know? Like the ambition to go ahead and be different than everyone else. Which I think that's one of the ways that story timing I think that's the way that is one of the ways that story timing can still exist, because like I feel like more people are gonna start agreeing with me here, but like I have honestly feel like the OGs have gotten really stale with their content, and I feel like that's really, really, really time to go ahead and give new creators a chance to go ahead and make to remake what we know as storytime animation, because no channel could probably keep the same mojo going for like, I think they're going on like 5 or 6 years, but still it's a long time to go ahead and sit at your desk drawing and animating. But yeah, I'm just trying to get the original base to be on board with me, honestly. Because yes, you're streaming alone is a different vibe when you have a panel full of people. Yeah, Um, let's see here. I feel like when it comes to having a channel or a panel full of people, you tend to have like um as many people as many people there's like people with like slightly different opinions. And um and those opinions can sometimes like two people can sometimes like grind each other's gears, but they both want to be nice, so they're both just gonna go ahead and shut up. But yeah, I personally think that um like when it comes to streaming, there's definitely a different skill set needed for like what I do, which is solo. I do solo and predetermined guests. I feel like all those three different kinds of streaming requires different skills, because if you think about streaming alone, it is more about like keeping your base engaged, versus if you do it with a predetermined guest, then that takes a lot of like scheduling skill. And also like but when it comes to open panel, you gotta think about like, hey, hey, I have this open panel and I'm letting almost anyone on. I'm saying almost because I have a feeling that every channel has those few people that they'd never let on, but you would let almost anyone on. Now, let's say you have a creator, like, I'm just a outlier no matter what category you put me in, but, let's say you have, let's say you have someone who is a really good streamer, but is on like one side of like one side of an issue, and someone else is on another side of that same issue, and that issue is brought up. Then you have tension on air. Yeah. Now, as far as I go, I'll do open panel as long as it's not on my channel. Because it's like, when you do it, when you do it with a predetermined guest, then there's at least some professionalism in it, at least some. Because like, if you were to have people hop on randomly, then it'd just go ahead and get a little chaotic. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. It just like, I just don't like to rely on, like, yes, I rely on the chat for this, but, I don't like to, rely on who gets on to see if I have content or not. Because, like, the who gets on, like, could literally just totally change what you are planning to talk about. And, I feel like some people, I'm gonna include myself in this but some people tend to, like, totally derail what's talked about and just talk about something else. Others tend to go ahead and, just go with whatever. But yeah, one thing I definitely think, like, I understand that some channels do this, but like having a free panel with designated topics, because like let's say I'm gonna be the example for everything. Yeah, one panelist on my stream got a little too political for my channel. It definitely wasn't you. Yeah, most generally whenever I hop on someone else's channel, I tend to say to myself, hey, since my rule set is more stricter than yours, I'm gonna follow my own rule set on yours. Like, when it comes to, like, me hopping on, and sometimes, yes, sometimes I'll go ahead and, like, do something a little different on someone else's channel than my own, but that's honestly because their channel works differently than mine. But, yeah, it's just, when it comes to, like, open panel, reason why I'll never do it is, like, it's a lack of control on the creator's part. Like, you're not, like, yes, you're able to ban people, but I still feel like it's a lack of control as far as, like, stuff goes. But yeah, so I'm gonna ask you a question. Lorenzo, and anyone who does open panel, why do you guys do open panel? Because, like, I mean, my definition of a disaster is probably someone else's someone else's the best idea ever. So I want to go ahead and ask, why do people do open panels? And like, whenever I'm gonna do this on my channel too, but I've been like, I've just been like, whenever I'm on someone else's stream, I've asked them, why do you run your base the way you do? And I personally find it very, very interesting how different bases are ran, because it's like, I run my base this way, but you run your base that way. Like, some channels pretty much completely stray from the whole fan base idea, and just, like, but other channels don't stray away from the fan base idea. Some channels, yeah, it just fascinates me how different channels are ran, honestly, because, like, there's no one way to run a channel. Sure, there's some ways are better than others, meaning, like, as long as you don't run your channel like Logan or Jake Paul. But as long as you have general fan respect, there's no one way to run a channel. Because, like, someone could go ahead and literally treat all of their fans like their neighbor, and it'd still be respectful. Yeah. So, but yeah, now my reason for why I run the channel like I do is just the fact, like, I personally keep in mind how, like, yes, I have streams, but my main focus is content. And, if I were to treat everyone as if they were my neighbor, then you wouldn't get, like, the whole cartoon character effect, you know? Because I want, I want you guys to treat my videos as if a character was talking to you. And, and with, like, the whole everyone's your neighbor channel, they tend to be, like, more of your live streamy type channels. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely feel like there's a place for both what I'm doing and what channels like Lorenzo does. Some YouTube channels are more professional than others. Jeez, I can't even talk. But like, how I tend, like, I feel like, and then there's some channels that tend to go ahead and, like, run their channel more as a brand than a channel. Tend to, like, run their, I guess, like, run their base more as if they were a brand. And then you got channels that are kind of, all over the place with, like, different ways to run a channel. So, yeah, so I've thought about maybe trying an open panel, but I just wouldn't feel, I just don't feel like that, my base, and not my base, but, it wouldn't really, like, represent what I do accurately enough if I were to do an open panel. Question. What's your thoughts on the Odd Ones Out selling out? I honestly think let's see here. I feel like at this point, this is gonna sound very harsh, but I feel like the humanity, like, originally the Odd Ones Out was a storytime animator. And sometimes I tend to say he's a storytime animator, but, let's see here. How does one even start with this? I am kind of, I'm really annoyed with it, honestly. Like, he started as, like, this, he started as this very ambitious, like, just wanting to get his story out. And then he pretty much took his characters and his everything and just pretty much, like, as for me, yes, I say I'm building a brand with pastry, but, I don't fully treat pastry like a brand at all. Because it's like, I like to try my hardest to get personal with fans, in a professional manner. But, the fact that the Odd Ones Out is doing what he is doing, like, I feel like the energy he started with is just totally gone from, like, So I feel like there's this energy that the Storytime animators most genuinely have. And I feel like the Odd Ones Out completely lost the ambitious energy of a Storytime animator. Um, like, I'm not a big fan of Disowning, but I honestly feel like he is not a Storytime animator anymore. Like, yes, he's the biggest in our brand, but, like, biggest in our, I guess, niche, but, the fact that he is literally going more towards a TV show and less towards like what he was doing, I have a feeling he's gonna lose a good chunk of the base eventually. Because as soon as novelty wears off, they're gonna be like, hey, where's our story times? And when I say that the OGs are getting rusty, that is kind of part of what I'm saying here. But yeah. He literally lost what it meant to be a Storytime animator, in my opinion. Because, like, with Storytimers, we tend to go ahead and but yeah, he totally lost what it means to be a Storytime animator. Because like one thing I've noticed with like YouTube communities is most of the time Storytime animators do not get in fights with each other. Because like I know like with some other genres of YouTube, they tend to treat like channels that do similar things as them as rivals. But we pretty much treat channels that do similar things as us as neighbors. And and that's probably one of the reasons of why whenever you hear about YouTube drama, you're not hearing about the Storytime animators, because we're all just trying to go ahead and we're all just trying to go ahead and make sure our channels survive. Like, let's see here. I'm gonna use me and Tass for example. Like, let's say that me and Tass were not animators, but instead vloggers. And it didn't take us like 10 hours, and it didn't take us like at least 10 hours per video to make. Then we would both be like trying to get each other's bases. But when it comes to me and the animation station, we both have like almost share base. I say almost because of course some people are gonna prefer Tass's stuff over mine, and some people are gonna prefer my stuff over Tass's, but most generally me and Storytime crew, we are the Storytime crew, Tass. Don't you mean the animation squad? I think the only person who is still holding up the Storytime crew up good would probably be something else YT. Like, one of my personal favorites is something else YT, because, like, even if he were to go ahead and, like, I don't know, like, he's a pretty big channel as it is. He doesn't act, like, as much as possible, he does not act like a large channel. He just acts like a guy that just wants to tell stories on the internet. And let's see here. A few days ago, I commented on a short with someone that has like a single digit sub count, and I'm just gonna say this right now. That random comment of mine made her day. So, like, I definitely feel like there's some value to not acting your count, but in, like, the more of, like, the lower direction. Because, like, I do believe that there is this thing called acting your count, which, what I mean by acting your count is by, like, if you have, like, I'm gonna use 500. If you have 500 and act as if you have 500, then the channels below you aren't going to feel good. Aren't gonna feel good with ya. But if you're a 500 channel that acts like a 100 channel, then people tend to go ahead and have great like honor for you, because it's like, oh my goodness, someone who has 500 just commented on my stuff. Well, someone with 500 might act as if a single digit sub count creator they're too good for the single digit sub count. And I personally think I tend to act as if I have 100. Like, I think I kind of act the sub count that Task currently has. Because, like, I know what I'm doing for the most part, but I'm not, like, out there being like, hey, I am this super amazing channel and no one's gonna be able to beat me. But yeah, let's see. But yeah, how do you think I act? When it comes to, like, acting your count, I think you act your count, honestly. Because it's like, you know what you're doing. Partly because, I'm saying partly, but partly because you had, like, a channel above you, basically helping you, figure out YouTube things, which, honestly, I also had a channel above me, too. I'm gonna go ahead and, share your channel. So, like, I also had a channel above me, too. Which, now, the channel I had above me, which, what I'm meaning by this is, like, the, channel that pretty much, taught me a good chunk about how YouTube works is Powered by Rainbows, which, some of my base is from there, but, they're a gay education channel, and they pretty much, like, helped me figure out how YouTube worked. I definitely do agree with, like, having, like, higher sub channels telling lower sub channels how to YouTube, because it definitely helps the lower count channels, as long as a higher count isn't abusive to the lower count, because with being a higher count, you gotta be careful not to go ahead and be like, haha, I know everything. But yeah, I've personally given Tass a few advice pieces that he took. But how do I YouTube? I feel like um as far as Marsupial Gamer goes, I feel like you don't have a consistent upload schedule at all. Which I honestly think the fact that you don't have like a consistent anything, while I have a consistent almost everything, I feel like consistency and the fact that I've channel hopped with stream shows. Like I believe um Marsupial, I believe pretty much the only open panel you've been on lately was the I'm gonna mispronounce the crap out of this, but I'm trying. The Vomitorium, which, let's see here. Let's just say that I tried the Vomitorium once, but yeah. Yeah, Marsupial. Here's the thing. You're a non-animation. Um, you. I feel like, you've told me this before, but, YouTube is not your main platform. Your main platform is Twitch. So that would make sense. But yeah, lack of consistency is what is the reason why you're not growing. You asked for it, and I'll give you the answer. But yeah, I feel like consistency and at least something kind of helps your base know, like, hey, this is when this is going on. But with the Vomitorium, that's a separate channel that isn't on yours. So consistency is important. Me, like, I sometimes I think the animation station sometimes gets annoyed with me. I don't know if he gets annoyed with me, but like I literally email him at least, I don't know, like most of the time I email him, "Hey, are you going to stream this Sunday? Hey, are you going to stream this Sunday? Hey, are you going to stream this Sunday?" And with the tab, I want to know if you're streaming on Sunday so that if you are streaming that Sunday, I can post your like I'm going to stream this Sunday on my community tab. So, I didn't do it today, but most generally when it comes to like my scheduled shows, I tend to go ahead and be like telling people where I'm like if I'm streaming that Sunday or something. But yeah. So if anyone ever asks me like for advice, I'm gonna say number one thing is consistency. No. Number one is treating your fans right. Number two is consistency. Oh man. I swear, with how much I've ranted about fan mistreatment, which apparently I'm not annoying Tass, which I guess it's good for me, I guess. But yeah, consistency is important for a channel. Something else that's important for a channel is treating your fans correctly. I've said this before, but it makes me sick to my stomach whenever channels, I don't care how big or small you are, whenever channels mistreat their fans, it just makes me really sick to my stomach because, like, think about this. The fans are literally making a choice between watching you or watching somebody else. And if you make them feel like they'd be better off watching somebody else, then you're pretty much not doing your job. Now, I know that I'm a smaller count than Logan Paul, but, I have a question for you guys. If Logan Paul were to be streaming right now, would you ditch my stream to go watch him? I don't care if you say yes or no. I'm just asking. If Logan Paul, or if the Paul brothers were to do a stream right now, would you leave mine to watch theirs? If so, please tell me why. If not, please tell me why not. I'm surprised I haven't gotten... Should I berate my viewers for not giving me money? No, you wouldn't. So yeah, and if you're a fan of the Paul brothers, then like, I wouldn't kick you out of the donut batch, but technically I couldn't ever kick anyone off the donut batch because literally how you kick yourself out of the donut batch is by unsubscribing, which would be a mistake on your part. But I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. If you want to go ahead and watch a crappy YouTuber that literally doesn't take suicide seriously, then be my guest. Or don't be my guest, I guess. But, be their guest. But yeah. But yeah. If I was a commentary channel, then I would definitely have made a How Logan and Jake Paul Sucks video, like, right now. Or just, like, I swear, if I was to Storytime Animator, I would probably just be stuck in a loop of all the ways Logan and Jake Paul have messed up their base. But yeah, that's neither here or there. Who is Logan Paul? Hey, Jeff. Logan and Jake Paul are, like, really, really big YouTubers that have, I'm not gonna post a link to their channel just because I, do not support them, but, like, Logan and Jake Paul are big YouTubers that are known for, like, I don't know how one even starts, but they're known for... How does one start this? They're known for scamming their fans. And it just, like, if fan mistreatment was in the dictionary, there'd be a picture of them in it. Or there'd be a picture of them as the definition of fan mistreatment. But apparently me ranting about fan mistreatment gets me like 6 views for some, or 6 people watching for some odd reason. But yeah, I would like to switch the subject, but I don't know to what. Other than me drawing a spooky garage for a video. What Halloween decorations should I go ahead and put in my spooky garage? um, what would you guys like me to talk about? A nice little pumpkin. Thank you. Let's just say that I'm kind of out of my element for this one, so any help would be good help here. But yeah, there's a pumpkin. I have my spider webs. I have a lot of different things. Is Red still sleeping? Jeez. Here I am getting watch time over here. And, yeah. I guess there's some people who, can stream all day. Or not stream, but sleep all day. But, as for me, unless I'm, like, really sick, then I couldn't go ahead and, yeah. Unless I'm really sick, I can't sleep all day. My body just won't let me. There will just be a point of time and where it's like, come on, pastry. You know you got a video to make or at least something to do with your life, right? Right? But yeah. Jeff B be like, "Hail Tass." Tass, is Jeff from your fan base? No judgment. I'm just asking. But I did notice how how Tass got one of their very first super fans on his channel, or one of his first ever super fans on his channel. Which, congrats on that, even though it's more about the fan than more about how dedicated your fan is to your base. But yeah, speaking of which, anyone have tabs on QA? They used to email me all the time with like different art and stuff, but they don't seem to email me quite as much. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue drawing. But yeah, if anyone has tabs on QA, please let me know what's going on. 'Cause she don't normally, like, skip as many streams. Like, yes, most generally I am streaming at her 1:30 a.m., but maybe, just maybe, she finally decided to listen to me and actually go to sleep instead of watch my streams, which that's what I wanted her to do. because I care more about y'all's health than like the numbers. Numbers will be numbers, and numbers will grow. Just not at the expense of my fans. Hello, CWIS. Siwas, how are you? I'm not gonna read that comment, but I'm gonna leave it up as long as you don't do it again. But yeah, I'm currently sitting at a nice, comfortable 519. Got my community tab, which channels that are now as soon, like, for whatever reason, I had this weird gut instinct, which ended up being true about like about as soon as I get my community tab, everyone's gonna get their community tab. And that ended up being correct. It's just a little unfair to me how, like, as soon as I earned my community tab, it seems, they ended up lowering the requirement just as soon as I earned mine. Like, what the heck? KWS. Yeah, I have a question for you, KWIS. Are you gonna be doing any more of those, like, Lavazoid, any more of those, like, Lavazoid style videos? I feel like Lavazoid is very, very, very good at choosing their music for their shorts. Like, man. But there's Lavazoid. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I don't think that was fair to everyone. Well, originally with the community tab, it was for 1K plus, which 1K plus wasn't fair on one end, and then having the sub count or getting it shifted to 100 isn't fair on the other end. So, like, if you don't agree with me, please hear me out, but, I feel like there needs to be at least something that gets unlocked at 500, because 500 is, like, arguably one of the biggest milestones, when it comes to, like, the road to 100, or road to 1,000. 500 is a pretty big milestone. Like, think about how nerve-wracked I was to get, to 500. Which let's just say the swear jar episode of Pastry's Io Games was just so nerve-wracking for me, not because of the show itself or who I had on, but the fact that I almost hit 500. And as soon as I hit 500, like, this happened off air, but, like, literally, like, I was literally sick to my stomach because I hit 500. And, like, everyone was just, like, I don't know. So, like, people who know me in real life was like, why is your, like, why is your stomach hurting, Pastry? Like, and that was just a huge, like, I don't know, huge ball of, like, tense energy that just all of a sudden just, like, kind of released and kind of didn't. So let's hope when TAS or any of these other channels hits 500 that haven't already don't have as much of a react or bodily reaction as I did. Because that kind of hurt. Halloween decor. Rations. But yeah, I'm not gonna draw a skeleton. Oh, a tombstone. I can't believe I forgot a tombstone. I think I should get fired from my own channel for forgetting a tombstone. Should I get fired? Should I get fired? But yeah, that's beside the point. But yeah, I'm gonna ask Wilbur if they want to hop on. Just because, like, they have, they've been a good on and off the channel friend for, like, I don't even know how long, honestly. But yeah, it depends on. Alrighty, I guess I'm getting another viewer. The poor thing is, or poor, the poor, soul literally got their bands for their braces, which those hurt. Like, no joke. Like, when I had braces before, but, like, I might do a video on it, but then again, it's probably just gonna go on the entire list of, it might end up doing that. But yeah, I have a whole huge list of things I'm thinking of, like, possibly doing for the channel that, like, yeah. I'm just looking at Animator Nate's stuff. But yeah, so a question that popped up in my mind earlier, that, like, I was asking a different question during this time, but so, and I'm not gonna do this yet, but I have a feeling next year's trailer is gonna be like the. So why do you decide to, or interviewing, like, fans and friends, and just, like, animating, why asking why are you subscribed to me, just, like, as, like, a I think other channels have done it before, but it's just like a so why are you the donut batch kind of, like, question. Because, like, think about this. An average human has about 70 years of life. And you're choosing to go ahead and spend a very small chunk, or very small to very large chunk of that, depending, or of your current life right now, watching me. So, whoops. R I P. So, like, it's just the whole, like, why are you guys here? Not, like, here on Earth, but why are you guys, listening to me instead of listening to some other YouTuber? But yeah. when I started this channel, I didn't think I was gonna get this far, but apparently I did. So yeah, I might end up doing the whole why pastry thing. Or not like why pastry, because why pastry is like, why did I decide to do the channel? But like it's just the whole why should you like it's, I don't even know how to word this, but like the whole why do you watch me? When I literally lost the first episode of Lavazoid's animator thing. I literally lost. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a link to this video, but I'm still kind of embarrassed about this, but not really, because it was up to Lavazoid who won, I guess, but I ended up losing to Galaxy Animates, the first episode of his series, which I'm still kind of embarrassed about that, how I lost on the very first episode even. But yeah, check it out. Please don't give him too much hate, but or any hate at all. Then again, does my donut batch give out hate? No, unless someone were to totally mess up, which hopefully that don't happen. And if it has happened, hopefully it don't happen again. But yeah, so and also, what is your guys' favorite part of the channel, this channel? I know I've asked this on like at least 2 surveys so far, but I'm just curious, like, why do you watch me, and what's your favorite part of pastry? Because like, think about it. You could be doing anything else right now. Like, I could probably give you like at least a 50 word or 50 item list of things you guys could be doing instead of watching me, but you guys are watching me. But yeah, but yeah, I might go ahead and if I do that video, I might end up doing like titling it Why Donut Batch. But yeah, so let's see here. So Tass, do you have any other discussion topic ideas, or am I just gonna rant about something random again? And am I gonna end up just being on my own for this entire stream, which I don't even know how long this sucker's gonna be, but I'm gonna try and stream for as long as possible. But yeah, I'm gonna probably, one thing I'm definitely gonna have to figure out about YouTube that I haven't figured out yet is how to go ahead and, make like a cutscene for if I go ahead and, have to leave for some reason. So yeah, But yeah, so, you could talk about, I don't know exactly. That is what I'm trying to figure out too. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put on some music and, go to the bathroom real quick, but, after that, I'm gonna go ahead and, hop back on because, um, I don't like to go ahead and jump off for too long.
Don't wanna say it, but I love it when you hurt me. Don't ever change it, cause I love it when you hurt me. Don't think I'd make it if you ever did desert me. I know I shouldn't, but I love it when you hurt me. I think about it all day, even when I'm sleeping. It's been a long time, but you always got me feeling. I'm like an animal and you know how to turn me. Don't wanna say it, but I love it when you hurt me. Love, 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 need your love, 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 need your love, 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 need your love, 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 need your love, 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 need your love, need your love, need your love, need your love.
Don't wanna say it, but I love it when you hurt me. Don't ever change it, cause I love it when you hurt me. Don't think I'd make it if you ever did desert me. I know I shouldn't, but I love it when you hurt me. I think about it all day, even when I'm sleeping. It's been a long time, but you always got me feeling. I'm like an animal and you know how to turn me. Don't wanna say it, but I love it when you hurt me. Love, 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 need your love, 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 need your love, 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 need your love, 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 need your love, 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 need your love. Don't wanna say it, but I love it when you hurt me. Don't wanna say it.
Wow, I'm pretty good at going to the bathroom quickly. I didn't even get past one song. Man. Weird flex, but okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link to this song in the description because why not give people support for what they do. Love it when you hurt me by the fat rat. And please keep in mind that the fat rat lets you use his music in your stuff as long as you credit him for what he does. But yeah, back to drawing, I guess. And eating a cold burrito. Could I re-microwave the thing? Yes. Will I? Probably not. What was I doing? Right. This. One thing that I definitely don't like doing during streams is like hopping off. Just because like you'll forget what you're doing and then be like, wait a minute, what am I doing? It's definitely, but sometimes it's just you just gotta do it. After all, I am not immortal. Unfortunately. But yeah, oh man, you guys can't see this, but I almost tried to go ahead and cross off something off of a paper checklist with my stylus pen. Let me go find something that'll actually cross things off. But yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and now remember what I was doing. And go back to the chat to see what maybe crazy stuff you guys have thought of. But yeah. The only music I listen to that's not from the year 2000. Oh. I don't know actually. We're gonna figure it out. So, here's something interesting I noticed about, like, the animation community. I don't think I've talked about this before, but maybe. It's just a whole, like, so with the Storytime animators, you've got most Storytime animators are introverted. When there's some Storytime animators out there that are extroverted, and there's some that are in between. Do you notice, like, so now I'm gonna use my channel versus the Animation Station's channel as an example here, but the Animation Station's channel is like really great, but like if you were to look at his channel and then look at my channel, his channel is way chiller than mine. If you were to look at my video and look at Tass's video, Tass has like this very calm demeanor in his stuff, which that's not good. That's not bad. But what I'm doing isn't bad either. I do find it interesting how, like, if someone's intro or extroverted, how it tends to like change how they go ahead and tell a story. Like so if you were to look at my channel and also look at Tass's channel, I do like even my more chiller streams end up being like this. But if you were to look at Tass's streams, his streams tend to be more of like a chilled out, like his streams are more chilled out than mine. Mine are more sporadic. But yeah, and I honestly think different people have different preferences as far as like who they watch, which isn't a bad thing. But like different YouTube channels like or different storytime animators tell stories in different ways. But yeah, and I feel like the introverts and the extroverts have like different reasons of why they chose to be a storytime animator, which it's good to have a different reason because we're not all just like the same channel at all. Like when it comes to storytime animations, I really do like Tass's channel. But let's see here. I'm gonna admit this. I probably have admitted this before. But when it comes to me and my stuff, it tends to be way more high strung than Tass's. Because like that's just how I am. I've mentioned before how like different things to Tass about how to like improve, but honestly and he probably have done it the same for me, but I do find it interesting how there's both introverted channels and extroverted channels. Like Rebellious Pastry is definitely an extroverted channel most of the time. And then you've got channels like Tass who are very introverted. But the one thing I think introverted channels kind of struggle with is like how to go ahead and like I think it's either like how does one talk to the base or how does one talk to new people for the base, because it's like at like when it comes to talking to new people in like chat or whatever, but yeah, my mom says, or Mama Pastry says she's going to the store. But yeah, she's gonna be coming up here next weekend. She's been on this show before, or not this show, but she's been on she's been on the hobby interview show before, and I'm planning on to have her for Thanksgiving audio games, since Thanksgiving is gonna cause an alt day. Which, do you want to know what would be funny if I were to go ahead and, since now the IRL obligation I had during like Wednesday that time is now gone. If I were to switch, if my guests are okay with this, if I were to switch my stream to Wednesdays that same time, will that what would have been an alt day still be an alt day? That is the question. But then again, I think for the hobby interview, I think I'm gonna do like cooking the Thanksgiving dinner episode of hobby interview show, which normally, due to cooldowns, some people are ambiverts, which is a mixture of both. But yeah, tell Mama Pastry she's lost some from the donut batch. But yeah, normally I wouldn't have someone on the same show for 2 months in a row, but since I'm pretty much deciding that Mama and Father Pastry are going to, or like I think it was a mutual decision, but like they're gonna probably take all the alt days just so that I don't have to deal with having to figure out an alt day and an alt time with like a random guest. So that's what happened. But I'm gonna have cooking the Thanksgiving dinner episode with the Mama and hopefully Father Pastry. But oh man, guess who is streaming at the exact same time as me? The Odd Ones Out. Man, I don't know how to feel about that. But we all know that I feel like most of you guys are gonna stay. Even if you guys aren't gonna stay, I'm gonna stay. But yeah. Ambiverts. Yeah. Ambiverts are a little bit of both. Let's see here. When it comes to Storytime animators, I think I'm probably definitely one of the most extroverted ones as far as the Storytime animators go. But like in real life, there's definitely people who are more extroverted than me. There's definitely more people. There's definitely people who are more introverted than me. There's definitely people. So I would say, most generally, I say that I am an extrovert with an introvert's hobby. Because like, it's not like anything against like extroverts in the animation field, but like most generally, if someone's too extroverted, then the fact that animation is such like a such of a individual activity, and there's no really way to go other than streaming. There's no other way to incorporate social stuff. When I'm done is going to be very, very dependent on a lot of things. But when it comes to animation, I feel like there's more introverts in the animation field. Nothing against like extroverts in the animation field, but when it comes to animation, it takes forever. It takes forever in a room with just you to make a video most of the time. And pretty much the best way to incorporate socializing with animation is streaming. So as far as like working on as far as working on videos go, sometimes I literally hit a wall because it's like I want to go ahead and finish this video, but my mind's literally timing out because like it's wanting me to go talk to somebody, not like in the bad talk to somebody way, but just like just like sometimes it kind of feels like cabin fever. I feel like it also happens to introverts, but with extroverts it tends to be, I guess, worse. But like and I've definitely done this multiple times. Like I don't even know how many times I've done this, but whenever you like animate too much, it kind of feels like cabin fever. Which what cabin fever means is when it's like the whole feeling of staying too much indoors kind of feeling. Like I swear everyone felt at least a little cabin fever during COVID. But I'm just gonna say cabin fever, which is not an actual fever. It's just like the whole like going crazy with how much time is spent. But yeah. But yeah. Honestly, if hello, Brandon Mater, Brandon Meter, welcome. Mater, I can't spell today, lol. Welcome to my life. I can't spell ever. I try to go to the beach or a walk more so I don't get cabin fever. When I'm not so so I don't get cabin fever feeling. So I'm not in too much. Oh man, yeah. I've been trying to go ahead and go out and do more activities, but